First edition of the controversial book of that time, From Sex Towards Superconsciousness, English edition by Osho, with cover designed by Osho himself. I remember that after this cover a set of 8 such artistic sculptures of Khajuraho temples, MP, India, in plaster of Paris, became famous and people kept them in their drawing room. Credit, ebay.com. Heart-shaped leaves, yellow flowers of friendship. Sex, love and compassion is its very subtle fragrance. In clove plant there are all forms of love in one. Nature is calling Tantra, Tantra, Tantra. Reason for writing this article is to convey a message that whatever is your profession, job or work may be, you are on a spiritual journey too while living in a material world. Living in material world, following rules, morals and ethics or religion is needed to survive in a society. For you, your progress in material world is important. God has given you birth as a human being, so for him your progress in spiritual world is important. Every mystic reached to ultimate destination in a unique way, so it will be for everyone. This uniqueness wrongly applied or implied on body, religion, wealth, location, caste or color, education, profession, experience, age, lineage etc. forms ego of that person just like layers of an onion. Inside there is nothing but the cover stinks whenever another cuts them, destroys or even try to destroy your ego, it can even brings tears. This is why all these are not needed in spiritual journey. Whenever a person goes too deeper into material world, a setback lets him get on tracks of spiritual world. So no setback in material life is actually a setback, but diversion from this world to the world of the beyond or your own forgotten soul. In those moments everyone experiences presence of God in his or her life. In this article I am describing in detail about experiences of various mystics in different stages of life. So from here anyone can get a clues about where one is standing in spiritual journey as I got clues about where I am standing now on my spiritual journey. To few this similarity may give a feeling that a lot is at store already and all is not lost in spiritual journey at least, and one can begin paying more attention towards it in routine life by deliberately dissolving ego and adopting simple awareness meditation techniques of Osho. I did the same in getting enriched every day. Osho is right, you may experience your own someday. One need to understand what is meant by sex, that becomes the seed. Love, that becomes the flower, and compassion, that becomes the fragrance, of one's journey towards knowing the self or consciousness or answer of who am I. And knowing it means entering the kingdom of God for Christians or Krishna or Buddha consciousness for Hindus or Buddhists etc. etc. Each word of great masters is worth a lot weight behind it. So only an inability to understand it may result in understanding wrong message. How you come to know that your love is bodily love, sex or mental love means love or love felt at level of soul means compassion? Is your love as true? A mystic Rahim said a couplet in this regard. Indian mystic Rahim says that when anything catches fire it burns, once it is completely burned it cannot catch fire again, but those who are burning in true love or love of God they again and again catches fire even after the fire is put off, or by forgetting God by getting involved in the world cooling down. So true lover fights for this reason and then again unite. Sex is lowest form of love, it is passion or love limited to the body. Still it has a glimpse of beyond body experience at orgasm. If both persons engage with totality and to give other the best one can give using whole body arousal then either both will reach to their orgasm together or it may last up to 20 plus minutes or both can happen simultaneously. Then one can, for first time, enter into experience of beyond body or being. For a moment mind and body vanishes and pure bliss remains. Mind of both partners reaches to no mind state, and no ego state for each other they have dissolved bodily ego, being naked. In bodily love this beyond body experience is deep but lasts for very small duration. This is Tantra developed by Tilopa, Milarepa etc. in Tibet. Experiences like an aha moment while praying or trying to understand a writer's point of view or while researching falling upon conclusion about something etc. are part of spiritual journey too but not Tantra journey. If such or similar type experiencing is not experienced by a person in whole life even once, then passion, greed etc. overpowers to make life a hell. It is called seed because only with this total orgasm experience begins the journey of Tantra meditation towards enlightenment, which is best way for liberation in today's time as per Osho. Next level of love is of love of mind. That is described here too as love but I call it friendship. When a person finds himself or herself at peace in presence of another person or at a place like temple or church etc. then that person gets experience of beyond, a subtle peace of mind. The person forgets himself or herself totally in that moment. It is called flower of the journey because it lasts for much longer duration to embrace its beauty but experience is not that much deeper or energetic. It takes one deeper into his or her heart. Here, if attachment or possessiveness overpowers, then it may become a prison. This is why Osho preferred that both partners need to give full freedom to each other. In many cases, these experiences may require different partners. This level of love is love of souls. Here both souls gets dissolved to become one, the cosmic soul itself for a moment. Only soul remains, and cosmic soul or God is seen by both in that moment. Gurdjieff gave it name synchronicity. Osho experienced it at the age of 9 years with Shabhu Babu Dubey as per Swarnim Bachpan, his book. Here still the need of the other is there, so one need to take one more step. Many mystics describe their experience as happened when they are watching an object and not any person's eyes. Buddha got this experience on seeing the morning star. Lao Tzu got it by watching falling of a leaf from tree. In such cases they cannot be said as trading path of Tantra journey. So after this stage all journeys gets merged, it seems. This experience brings one beyond passion and attachment into compassion. After this experience one is able to experience the beyond without any other's help. One is able to see his/herself or soul or consciousness or existence or emptiness for first time. Osho called it synchronicity between person's soul and God or cosmic soul. The experience is subtlest but lasts initially for 1 year to 1.5 years. Now no one can take it away from you, not even your body's death. Osho says that experience of seeing the soul made Mansur declare and the truth actually the one who is seeing too is dissolved into it, so there is no one who is seeing. It happens on its own itself or effortlessly it happens. It is called as Wu Wei Wu in China/Taoism or Satori in Japanese Zen. It spreads in your whole body immediately and you are no more the same person. Now onwards everyone or everything that comes in contact with you gets benefited by it automatically, and even you cannot stop it, just like fragrance of a flower. Whole existence will get benefited by it. Unless and until one has experienced all these forms of love, Satori's experience is not said to be real but mind's trick only. You fall in first Satori and with it your old vanishes and new is born. After that Satori keeps happening at intervals and then it happens daily. Indian mystic Mira says, "The day I got the word of Omkar sounding in me on its own, after that Satori my understanding or learning is growing every day. It is such a wealth that even no one can steal it from me, and if I distributes it to people it increases 1.25 times of previous days or 25% each day more than the previous day. It will go on increasing at this rate and never cease till death. This is merging with Brahma, means infinite and increasing or evolving at the end of life in a very natural way, because nothing is lost on death as it is already achieved. Then there is still another step called as the fourth or Turiya or Sarati. Here one attains a state of effortless compassion 24/7 and sound of Omkar starts ringing itself into body for 24/7. This is when synchronicity between God and your soul happens. Earlier the initiation was from your side. Here the God initiates to meet your soul. It may start on its own when you are sleeping. Your efforts are accepted and it is like the agreement between both is got signed by both parties. This is why Nanak stressed too much on this experience of Anhad or Nadarias Purjapuji. Indian mystic Nanak says, "You may have achieved fame of this whole world and collected great wealth, but God will first ask you about experience of Anhad-Nadri. If your answer is in negation, he will call another person to ask the same question. So to let God know about your achievements, first get this experience of Nadari or Anhad-Nad. Awareness meditation is the way worked for me. Maybe you too find it suitable, otherwise dynamic meditation is for most of the people. There are 110 other meditation techniques discovered by Indian mystic Goraknath about 500 years before and further modified by Osho that one can experiment, and the suitable one could be practiced in routine life. Osho International Online, OIO, provides facility to learn these from your home, through Osho Meditation Day at €20 per person. OIO rotate times through 3 time zones: NY, Berlin and Mumbai. You can pre-book according to the convenient time for you. This is an opportunity for learning and knowing Osho through these sannyasins who lived in his presence and brought to life his words in best possible quality in all formats. Disciples of Jesus left him alone in last minutes, but Osho's disciples remained with him till he left his body willingly after working, till last day, for all of us to get enlightened. Jesus tried hard till last minute, before being caught, to teach meditation to his disciples. As per St. John's Gospel, Jesus used word sit to transfer his meditative energy to them and went on to pray God, but on returning he found them sleeping. He tried 2 times again, but in vain. Even today Zen people use word sit for meditation, and they're saying sit silently, do nothing, season comes and the grass grows by itself green. This is why I call Osho as reincarnation of Jesus, because he begun from where he left in his last life.